Welcome everybody. I am Dattatray representing Vedabi Global Services. Vedabi Global Services is specialist in providing support and services in BI and EPM space. We provide pre-sale support, health checkup and optimization, installation, configuration, upgrade migration, support and maintenance, and end-to-end implementation. So today's agenda for the webinar is we will see about HFM features, HFM modules, HFM architecture, accessing HFM EPMA modules, HFM dimension, and HFM utility software. Now what is HFM? HFM is financial consolidation and reporting application built with advanced web technology and designed to be used for and maintained by the finance team. It provides financial manager the ability to rapidly consolidate and report financial results, meet global regulatory requirements, and reduce the cost of compliance and deliver confidence in the numbers. Now there are key features for the HFM. A unified view of enterprise financial information consolidate key performance and operating metrics from global sources in a scalable web-based application. Fast virtual close features trim days and weeks of your close cycle, including using web-based process management, web-based intercompany reconciliation, and journal adjustment. Powerful multidimensional analysis helps identify and report on key financial and business trends, new sources of profitability and cash flow of corporate, cost center, product, brand, customer and channel levels. Flexible what-if scenario management features dynamically consolidates and reports actual results, financial budget, forecast and plan. High volume and pre-formatted reports deliver timely, accurate financial information for internal management and external regulatory and government bodies from the same application. So when you install HFM, you also need to install other modules for the HFM, that is financial reporting, SBase, foundation services and FDM. Now we will see HFM architecture. HFM architecture has a client tier, middle tier, data tier and external services. In client tier, we have workspace for accessing financial management, web interface, creating and deploying application and creating and publishing reports. SmartView for entering financial management data in Excel. We have Financial Management Administrator client for creating and editing metadata and creating classic application. We have Reporting Studio for developing and running financial reports. In the middle tier, we have Oracle WebLogic Server for running application. We have supported web server for handling HTTP requests from financial management. We also have services for financial management, performance management architect, and financial reporting. In data tier, we have financial management relational database and Essbase database. Financial management relational database stores data for financial management. Essbase database can import financial management data, enabling you to use Essbase to analyze data and produce report. In the external services tier, we have Oracle Data Integrator and ERP Integrator. We use ODI and ERP Integrator for data and metadata integration. We also have ERP and legacy system which can be used for integration for drill back capability. So you can access HFM from Workspace. When you navigate to Administer option in Workspace, then you can see options that is available for the HFM. As you can see, there are few options which are marked within a red square. So we will see this option one by one. The, the first one is the dimension library. Dimension library is a centralized location to manage dimensions and dimension property. You, you can use dimension library to create dimension, and you can also import dimension profile. You use dimension library to delete and modify dimension member. You delete and modify dimension members in shared library or directly in application. Application library. Application library is a summary of application that has been created, validated or deployed. So in this application library, you can manage any number of application which are EPMA type application. Calculation manager. You create, validate and deploy business rule and business rule set in calculation manager. Transform classic to EPMA. If you have classic type application, and now if you want to manage this classic application in a EPMA type, then you can use this wizard to transform classic application into EPMA type application. Library job console. This provides summary of dimension library and application processes. Now we will see about HFM business process. The first step in the business process for HFM is entering data. You enter data directly into financial management through data form or SmartView Grid, or you can load data through text file and FDM or EPM integrator. The second step is calculate data. Calculating data from data grid and data form. You can calculate data through process control module, or you can use business rule to calculate data. The third step is adjust data. You adjust data by using journal. Journals enables you to make adjustment to accounts after the data is loaded or entered. The fourth step is translate and consolidate data. Translation converts value from one currency to another. If you have different currency for HFM application, consolidation gathers data from dependent entities and aggregate it to parent entity. The fifth step is review and approve data. You review and approve data by using process management. Process management is the management of review and approval process of financial data. You can use process management to submit budget plans, have them approved efficiently, and transfer ownership of data. The last step in the business process for HFM is run and publish financial report. After entering, calculating, adjusting, and reviewing financial management data, you can use financial reporting to depict the results in the static or dynamic reports in HTML or in PDF. Now we will see about HFM dimensions. There are 8 system-defined dimensions and the unlimited custom dimension. Having unlimited custom dimension provides major benefit over Hyperion Enterprise. As you can see on the screen, there are 8 system-defined dimensions. These are account, entities, scenario, year, period, ICP, view, and value. There are other dimension which is required by the HFM. These are alias, currency, consolidation method, and security classes. You can have unlimited custom dimension, but for HFM you at least have 2 custom dimension. So we will see about this HFM dimension one by one. The account dimension defines the chart of account for a application. Account dimension represents a hierarchy of natural account. Accounts store financial data for entities and scenario in an application. Each account has account type that defines its accounting behavior. So you can see on the screen there are 10 account type, that is assets, liability, revenue, expense, flow, balance, balance recurring, currency rate, group level, and dynamic. The next dimension is entity dimension. Entity dimension defines the consolidation path for data. It also defines management and reporting structure. It represents the organizational structure for the company. You define attributes for entity dimension members such as default currency and security class, and to specify whether the entity allows adjustment and store intercompany details. The next dimension is scenario dimension. The scenario dimension in HFM holds the different data set reported by the group. The scenario dimension represents a set of data such as budget, actual, or forecast. For example, the actual scenario can contain data from a journal ledger reflecting past and current business operation. Budget scenario can contain data that reflects the targeted business operation. The forecast scenario typically contains data that corresponds to prediction for upcoming periods. Now the next dimension is year dimension. The year dimension represents the fiscal or calendar year for the data. An application can contain data for more than 1 year. You specify a year range when you create the application and select a year from year dimension to process data. The period dimension represents time period such as quarter and month. The next dimension is view dimension. The view dimension represents various modes of calendar intelligence such as periodic, year-to-date, quarter-to-date frequency. If you set the view to periodic, then value for each month are displayed. ICP dimension. Intercompany dimension represent all intercompany balances that exist for an account. This is a reserved dimension that is used in combination with account dimension and any custom dimension. Financial management can track and eliminate intercompany transaction details across entities and accounts. Value dimension. The value dimension represents the type of value stored in your application, and it can include the input currency, parent currency, adjustment and consolidation details such as proportion, elimination and contribution details. Value dimension is a system defined dimension. Now we will see about HFM utility software. HFM provides following utility software, that is application toolbox, application upgrade, application year update, audit extract, copy application, error log viewer, rule migrator and open command line window. Application toolbox can be used to see the application information and metadata information. Application upgrade utility can be used for converting HFM application structure to new version. Application year update utility can be used to extend years in application. Audit extract utility can extract HFM data and task audit into database to a flat file or backup database table. Copy application utility can be used to migrate one HFM application to another server, or you can use this copy application utility to copy one HFM application within the server. Error log view utility, it interprets system message stored in the database. The rule migrator utility, it migrates classic.rle file to calculation manager file, which is stored in .xml extension. Open command line window. You use this utility to use copy application, audit extract and rule migrate utility in the command prompt. Thanks for participating in the webinar. We will look forward to see you again in the upcoming webinar for Vedabi Global Services. Please contact us for any query related to BI, EPM space to email and mobile numbers available on Contact Us slide. Have a great time.